everyone, greeting of the day. This is Sashirika. In this video, we are going to see about delta connection. So, three-phase system, we have seen two connections. Other one is star connection, the other one is your delta connection. Next is your delta connection. Again, three wires alone and no neutral will be the neutral connection will never be there in your delta connection. If the three coils are connected in such way, the start of one coil is connected to the finish of the next coil. In this diagram, if you are going to see start of one coil is start of the one coil is ended with the other. Finish of the next coil. This type of connection is called delta connection. The delta connection gives three-phase, three-wire system. So you will not be having a neutral in this delta connection. Normally, delta connection is preferred for short distance due to the problem of unbalancing circuit. So if you are going for star connection, you will be having some unbalanced current due to neutral. So for short distance, we are going for your delta connection. Okay, so that's why in this figure you can able to see what is the delta connection and what are the voltage again. IY, IR and IB is nothing but the current passing through the respective wires here. And VRY, VBR and VYB are your phase voltage between the wires, between these two. Since your what is that? The line means one coil and the other coil is are in a closed path. We are taking reference of the respective two wires, two coils. So interconnection it is looking like a short circuit, but it is not true. They are telling, and it will be of a closed mesh. So at any instant, the EMF value of one phase to a resultant of the other two phase EMF value, but it is opposite direction. See, EMF is electromagnetic force. The three-phase supply is generated by your electromagnetic force, which is kept 120 degree apart. And so we have to know what is your power value, what is your delta values. We need to know what is line current, phase current as such in your star connection. Okay. One phase winding between two terminals, that is one phase winding between two wires. See, between the two wires, I am taking one phase terminal. That is what in this diagram they have given. See. Only one phase voltage will be there between these terminals. Terminals only two, but phase is voltage it will be only one. Across this we are going to take my output. The value is the voltage. So sequence it will be R, Y and B. Therefore the direction of voltage from R phase towards Y phase is positive and voltage R phase is leading by 120 degree from Y. This diagram we'll see in the diagram. So the direction will be R, Y and B. So it is taking a positive direction. So current is leading by 120 degree in your diagram. Means in this. So in the line voltage how we are specifying line 1 and line 2. Since I am dealing with 2, I am going for line 1 and line 2 and line 3 and line 3 and line 1. So again VL is equal to V phase. V phase means voltage. Line voltage is equal to my phase voltage. Voltage L is nothing but my line and voltage PH is nothing but my phase. So line voltage is equal to my line phase voltage. Again regarding your line current and phase current, total current of each line is equal to the vector difference between two phases. The vector difference between two phases is my total current. So if I want one I1, I have to winding minus my this particular winding RY. That's what we have told. See, current is flowing from RY and B, RY, I and B. So I'm going to go for this. So again, if I want to know my current in line 2, I will be specifying in this manner. How I will know? See, why I am going for this is because it is taking a closed path. So I am going to go for this particular formulas. That's what we have told. This is the phasor diagram of your delta connections. Again, my current is leading 120 degree leading. It is going by R by B. So in this way we are going to determine That is what the diagram, if you're going to see, but from this one I can it at any particular instant, I can able to know my phase of the alternating current in this phasor diagram. Again, here also we need to go for your power. Again, power is calculated here also 3 root 3. The line voltage is root 3 times of your phase current. In if you're going to, sorry, line current is root 3 times phase, root 3 times of your phase current. Since we are dealing with 3 phase, root 3 comes into act. So line current are equal in magnitude. So I2, I1, I2, I3 is equal to IL. Hence IL is equal to root 3 into IPH. Root 3 times of my phase current is my line voltage. Yes, sorry, root 3 times of my current is my line current. Line is 120 degree apart from each other. Again, the same thing what we have seen in your star connection. See, this is your total power I have to calculate. Again, in delta connection also I have to go for my total power. Again, 3 into VPH and IPH cos phi. 3 is dealing with 3 phase. VPH is my excuse me, 4 phase voltage, and my line phase current, and cos, again pi is nothing but the angle between my voltage and as well as my current. Here VPH is equal to your VL. So balanced system, how it will be, all three phases voltage are equal in magnitude. All phase voltages are in phase by each other. It should be equal. The phase difference will be equal. All three phase current are equal. All phase current are in phase by each other. This is equal to 60 by 3. A three-phase balanced load is a system in which the load connection across three phases are identical. Means it is not changing. Load should not change. If my load is changing, then my system is not a balanced system. So for my balanced system, I should have a balanced load. If my load is changing, and it is known as unbalanced system. And these are my reference. Thank you.